Last Dance. Venom! I know this is Andy's number one most anticipated movie of the year. So we'll go Andy first. Venom, The Last Dance, mate.
Jesus.
Come on, give it to me. I
didn't even think this was happening because, like, I think the second one was universally panned. Nobody liked it. So, but I think I was reading about it earlier, and I think it still managed to take in more than what it was made for. So, and Sony have absolutely no shame with the licenses they have. Like, they will milk that fucker until it's dry.
I want to quickly have a look at how much it made. Carry on.
I'm sure it. Like, I was surprised how much Venom made when I was looking at it. I think
Venom
made
half a billion.
Like, what? Do you know what I mean? And then you've got like Fury. We're getting into the box office chat here, but then you've got like Furiosa, which can't make a penny. Like, but you've got Venom. Was pulled that in somehow. Anyway, so yeah, like I thought the second one was absolutely criminal, man. Like I grew up playing Spider-Man versus Carnage, so I don't actually have a huge, and I've never even read a Carnage comic, but playing that game over and over again in many ways is my first intro to a kind of kid appropriate version of a sociopathic serial killer. Was the Carnage? It was Cassius Clay, not Cassius Clay. That's
Cletus Cassidy.
Cassius Clay's fucking Muhammad Ali. Anyway, so Cletus Cassidy. Sorry for tarnishing your legacy there, Muhammad Ali. Even mentioned the same sentence as the Venom franchise. Yeah, but so that was like, and they just wasted it. And Woody Harrelson was a good casting for it, but just wasted, completely wasted. Terrible film. So I'm not really excited, understandably, for the third one. It's just laughable with the horse and all that. Like, they've just opened themselves right up for that meme with the horse. I've seen one already. The stages of quality progression meme that gets used for everything with the horse. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it looks good and then it gets progressively worse till it's like a kid's drawing. And they've started putting like the Venom horse from the third one as the head of the horse. Anyway, yeah, just, I mean, see that line of dialogue in it where they have the argument. When in the trailer there's a part where Tom Hardy and the symbiote are doing the "We Are Venom," but they keep getting the timing wrong.
Oh yeah,
and it was the longest. It was the longest 10 seconds of my life. It was so cringy, man. I'm like, put an end to this. Like, that isn't funny. It's the timing's off. It's dragged out. It's absolutely terrible. And if that's in the trailer as a highlight of the banter in this film, God help us. In fact, I'm not even saying anymore. That'll do.
Let me just briefly say the synopsis here. It's not long. It's Eddie and Venom are on the run, hunted by both of their worlds. With the net closing in, the duo are forced into a devastating decision that will bring the curtains down on Venom and Eddie's last dance. Oh, Jesus. Like, right, I can't lie, right? So there's a bit here that does intrigue me. As far as the trailer goes, I thought it was fine. I think it looks better than the last one, Carnage. I don't know if it looks as good as the masterpiece that is the first film. But I'm only joking. This Last Dance film, right? So in the synopsis, it says both of their worlds are sort of closing in on them. Now, Venom, to me, as far as a comic book character, didn't get interesting until the last sort of 15 years, especially with the likes of sort of when Flash Thompson became Agent Venom, and when later on down the line, there's a Venom book by Donny Cates, which is amazing, and it introduces Null, which is the King in Black, and all this is so much more interesting than what's happened with these movies. Do you know what I mean? And they could have pulled from them storylines because it's happened within the sort of same time frame.
The game did.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. This. It's just, I can't believe Tom Hardy's still so keen to do these films
Oh,
himself. To be fair, do you
He's
know what I mean?
not
Like,
keen. He's in a 3-movie contract.
Yeah,
surely,
that's
something like that.
that's money as well. That's easy money.
Aye. Easy
I'm
money for him.
surprised
He's
he
still
even did
getting
the
to
first
do
one.
projects like Bike Riders and stuff, so he's happy
I
to do
suppose
them.
he just doesn't do a lot these days, does he? We did I think in 2015, so 2012 to 2016, we were inundated with Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
in the last couple of years, we haven't really seen him. So it's like you don't see him for a while, then you see him in the Bike Riders doing his classic sort of every accent that he does for every film when he's playing an American. Then you get Venom, The Last Dance, that just dropped out of nowhere. But as far as this trailer goes, the first 30 seconds of this trailer, like you were saying, Andy, it is cringe-worthy stuff, man. Cringe-worthy stuff, and it doesn't get any better. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Chiwetel Ejiofor's in this as well. What the hell is he doing in this film? He looks like he's playing a Marine or some sort of soldier. I'm hoping he's going to probably turn into some sort of version of Agent Venom, in the movie, playing a villain or whatever. But we're definitely not going to get Null that I want. That it's just way too big for this film. You know what? Tarek, I'm sure you might know. So the Necro Sword in Love and Thunder, that the God Butcher. So that sort of comes from Null. I thought that was going to be our sort of gateway into him, but clearly not.
No,
but
I'm actually happy he's not in it.
Just you know what, mate?
Kill
You're right.
this shit off, man. Just kill it off, and then that's it. 3 films done. Forget about it. Delete them from existence. And then let's move on to the more enjoyable things. I'm trying to be as positive as possible but when it comes down to certain things, man, I can't hold back anymore. Oh god.
Weren't a fan of this trailer then, Tarek? No?
Man, I'm not. Even the second one, I just don't want to waste my time watching the second one, and I haven't seen the second one. I can't believe what Andy Serkis was thinking when he took that on,
I know.
to make that. And then and then this tosh drops, and I'm watching it thinking, wow. I know. Yeah, Tom Hardy is a cash grab, man. You're just milking it, and you're just getting a load of money for it, man. But come on, man. I mean, you're not unknown. You're known, man. There's some standards. There's got to be some standards, right?
Yeah.
There has to be some standards to it. And then when you see that garbage, I was like, I don't even think I finished watching the trailer. I think I just went, nope. Just axed it, man. I was like, forget this.
I actually found the trailer not very clear either. By the end of it, I was like, so what's it about? Do you know that way? It was
it was doing that thing as well that sort of modern trailers, modern trailers do when he does that. That music sort of that's flashing that. I'm like, oh fucking hell!
It just reminded me about because it has the Bowie song in it, and I'm a huge Bowie fan, so that came on, and I was a little bit happy, and then I was like, this has got slightly better, but then I was still watching the dog shit that was this trailer for this movie, so then I started to get pissed off about it. But it's also that, it's almost like an AI algorithm for do you not think that's been a trend over the last few years, where they take a song from the 60s, 70s, especially MCU, 80s, like the Elton John song in Quantumania.
Yeah.
It's an example of it, right? Yeah, they take a song like that and then they kind of put this AI over it, where they just make it echoey and synthy and
trailery.
It's trailery, yeah. It's definitely a thing of the last 5-10 years.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Space Oddity has been trailered to death. So yeah, that made it even more offensive to me. That was kind of getting used over the top of it.
Paul, inject some positivity into this.
Man.
Listen, I'm just going to say, hold on, wait. If you tried to inject positivity into this, I'm going to leave.
Unfortunately, listen, I'm a comic book guy. This is how I met Tarek, through over the internet, just talking comics and movies and that. So we bonded over that. when we first started chatting on social media. I don't like these films at all, and I love the character of Venom. The character of Venom was introduced to me in that 90s Spider-Man cartoon with that 2-part episode, which I've watched over and over and over. I love it. Love that shit. I loved Venom in the PS1 Spider-Man game that come out.
Yeah.
I've loved the Todd McFarlane's Venom comics. I loved what Insomniac did with Venom in Spider-Man 2. Why are all these other mediums getting this character right, and this multi-million-dollar live-action movie is nothing how I envision a Venom movie to look like? I don't get why they get it so wrong. But they've done this thing where they've sort of invented their own Venom, and casual movie fans will think that is who Venom is. And I think that's why that it annoys me. It's sort of like they're like, oh, Venom, he's dead jokey and funny, and he's like, oh, making jokes with Tom Hardy. I'm like, that doesn't happen. There have been comics where Venom is like that. They're not good. So they've pulled from the worst type of comics, if that's where they've got that from. Tom Hardy's completely miscast as Eddie Brock. Completely. Tom Hardy's not funny. Tom Hardy's one of the best actors on planet Earth. I don't think he's funny. His comedy timing is awful. He's one of the best actors on this planet in my eyes. His comedy is awful. He can't do comedy. He's proved it with 2 of these films. And now we're going to see it again. And we've seen from the trailer the comedy in it. It's like crickets, man. It's like the frigging the hay rolling by. Man's awful. I'm done with these films. They need to give Venom back to Marvel Studios. It needs to be done properly. This isn't the Venom movies I want from live action, and I didn't watch the second one in the cinema. I waited quite a while to watch the second one just because the reviews were bad. I was like, and I wasn't a massive fan of the first one. I've only watched that like twice. It's one of them films I tried to sort of convince myself it was okay, but I'm like in my soul, I'm like, nah, it's pretty shit. And the second one, when I finally got round to it, I think it's when it dropped on Sky Cinema. I was like, this is this is one of the worst comic book movies I've ever seen. And I still stand by that. I think Venom, Let There Be Carnage, is one of the worst comic book movies that has been made. Venom, The Last Dance, it's probably I put this on Twitter, it's probably my least asked about comic book movie since comic book movies started being made and I started watching them.
I saw that post. Yep.
Yeah.
What are Sony doing with these characters? Because it's blowing my mind a little bit that they keep funding these films. Like, we've got Craven coming up, haven't we, at the end of the year, that's being pushed back with Aaron Taylor Johnson. I've just lay witness to Madam Web. Holy
laid witness.
Oh my god, that is time that I won't get back, 100%. But then you've got the likes of Morbius and that as well. It's just like, what the hell's going on? If you haven't got Spider-Man, just don't do these characters, because they only work with that particular character, in my opinion. Like, it's not like sort of Batman's Rogue Gallery where we've seen like loads of sort of spin-offs, comic books and stuff with them, like, that are really interesting characters. And Spider-Man does have interesting Rogues Gallery as far as the Marvel side of it goes, but they're not characters to be put in their own.
No, they're villains.
Yeah.
The villains for Spider-Man to fight.
Yeah, so I don't know. And also, as well, if you look in this trailer, I've seen a few posts saying that there's a young Peter Parker in this film. He pops up somewhere. Please stop it. You did that in Madam Web. Don't do it in this one either. Just stop now. Stop. Right, no more chat about that.